First thing I would do is when I'm actually changing my oils, I would take this off. That has a lot more airflow, so it makes the oil drain faster. Before I take that off, I would take this, one of these shop towels, and wipe all that dirt off. You can see how much dirt's on my engine, so you don't want to allow any dirt to fall inside there. Not a good idea. All right. Now, when you're taking the oil drain out, it's about centered. Some of you guys are thinking, oh, I'm gonna take an adjustable wrench, take this off, something like that, what you're used to. Nope. Here's the plug. Grab yourself a socket wrench, and look at this. Boop. Perfect. That's the size. No socket, just the actual socket wrench itself. I use a snap-on. It's about as long as my arm, gives me a little more reach when taking it off. If you do something the same, just keep in mind it is super long, so it's going to give you more torque. Don't over tighten it. Alright, now you see drip, not much. For the most part, it's all drained. But it's been draining for about 45 minutes or more. So keep in mind it's draining 3 gallons of oil. So let it take its course. You want to get it all out because you want all that dirty oil out. Also keep in mind it is 3 gallons. So when you're choosing your oil pan, make sure it holds it. The last thing you want is 2 gallons of oil in your driveway. That's not cool. When changing your oil filter, take your wheel, turn it all the way out so it gives you a little more room. Okay? Now, buy one of these. Save yourself the aggravation, busted knuckles, and a whole lot of 4-letter words. I don't have very big hands, and you can see my hands, that there's not a whole lot of room in here. So if you have one of these versus a regular conventional oil filter wrench, you have a lot more room. You can move it around, get around, gives you a lot more space. So that's what I would do. I'm not taking that off yet because it's still draining a little bit. But buy one of these. I think it was like 25 bucks. Okay. Guys, I did actually change that oil filter out, so to the new one. There's the old one. I just wanted to show something really quick. When you're taking the old oil filter out, right here, you see it. It has a little downspout. So if you put your drain pan directly to the left of your differential, it should line up perfect. And that way you don't get any spills on your driveway. Alright, filling her up. We got the Rotilla 6. Gotta be careful, don't over fill it and let her suck her down. She's full. Okay, one thing I do on all my oil changes, I'm a Lucas fan. You know, some people love it, some people hate it. I love it. I use the Lucas synthetic stabilizer. Okay, so some of these actually say that you can use on diesel, some of them say you can't. So you just have to be careful. This one actually says you can. It says stabilize oil pressure for better performance. Today's electronic controlled motors, gasoline and diesel. That's the keyword right there. So Lucas, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it really helps the motor. And the crazy part about it is when you're pouring this out, I already dumped it out, so otherwise I would have showed you, is that it's clear. It's not brown like regular oil. And this is the pure synthetic one. They have one that's not pure synthetic. I had to spend the extra money because I'm using pure synthetic oil. I'm going to add this as well. So this is actually 32 fluid ounces. So you're basically more or less replacing one of your quarts. So towards the end, you're going to kind of want to watch how much you're putting in there. If you want to read this, you know, use 1 quart Lucas per synthetic oil stabilizer for 4 quarts. With every oil change to badly worn engines or heavy duty stabilizer, controls noise, heat, wear and tear, transmission differentials. So you can use it in a lot of different things. Used for cold weather applications, used for cranking, maximum power, and wear and associated problems. So here's the other part. Keeps hydraulic fluids and lifters primed, stabilizes oil pressure for better performance in today's economy controlled gasoline and diesel engines, eliminates hesitation, rough idle, stalling, loss of fuel caused by a lower fluctuating oil pressure, extra protection needs and imports. You know, we're not doing the import here. But eliminates dry starts and cause of wear and tear in new engine. Originally designed for racing, so obviously this still uses performance. Adds additional lubricity and extra protection to any oil, perfect for any racing application, the engine, the transmissions. So you know, it's safe. And you know, there's a sticker on there that says will not void, new formula won't void warranties, because a lot of the Lucas products used to be so thick it was insane. So I think they kind of thinned them down a little bit, use a little more synthetic products to kind of make it not be so thick. So like I said, I add that to every single in all my cars and trucks. So that may be something you want to think about, especially like I said, if you're really using your truck or vehicles. So cool. Okay, so I filled her up. You can see that I have about 1 quart left, because I did put this Lucas in there, which is 32 ounces, so more or less a quart of oil. And I cleaned off the dipstick pretty well. She's dry as a bone. So let's stick her in there and see how much oil we have. Come on. And it looks like we are safe. Clean it off and do it again if you like. So guys, really want to make sure. Sometimes it rubs the edges and gives you a misreading. So do it again. Yeah, we're safe. We are safe. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start her up. Make sure there's no leaks. It's not leaking from the oil filter or anything. I do want to show you something on the underneath my truck, because I mentioned when I was changing the oil filter that only fill it halfway, because it, you know, it'll leak on the ground. And even with it only halfway, I did actually leak a little. So turn it around, work her down. Now I got a 1 quart of oil just in case I need oil for some reason. It hasn't actually burned any oil at all yet, so it's been pretty good about that. I think it's too new. No time to start her up and check for leaks. Rebate. Sounding good. No leaks. That's a little tiny spot I was telling you about when I actually tipped the oil filter to put it in. So, yeah, just goes to show, you know, you don't want to actually put too much oil in that, because when you are putting on that angle, it is going to leak. So, it sounds good. Okay, one thing you're going to want to do is when you're actually after changing oil, is go to reset your computer. So put your key in, go to vehicle information, scroll over on the right, scroll down, just pressing the down key until you get to your oil. Oil life, and press reset. And that's it. And then when you do your fuel filter, you'll just do the same exact thing. Go in there and hit the reset. So this, how I got to this originally, you can just cancel out. I'll go here. I'm normally under fuel economy, and I just kind of keep mine on that, so I'm watching when I'm driving. But you know, like I said, you just back out with this one. Scroll up to vehicle information, scroll over to select it, and scroll down or up to select what you're going into. If your vehicle is running, it won't let you reset the oil life. It'll tell you to turn it off. So my truck's not running, it's just an accessory mode. So that's the last of it, guys. I hope this helps anyone who's trying to do their own oil change, save a couple bucks. So thanks for watching. Bye.